Hey guys, what's going on? I think I want to do a video today basically talking about Jason Bond's latest offer. Again, it's a discount on Small Account Journey. So I'll leave a link in the description. It's available for a few more days. You can save up to 83% on his new Small Account Journey, which is basically doing bull puts, swing trading. Every 2 or 3 days, it's a new swing trade. And he's been shown to be able to grow these accounts really, really fast. And by really, really fast, I mean fast. So here is a snippet of a spreadsheet that you might struggle to find these days because a lot of these things get disappeared, they vanish over time. I've been documenting this, taking some of these trades and keeping records here. Here's one from a video that you might have seen a few days ago that I did, which was basically almost bashing Jason, and I've known Jason for a while. He's a great guy, great trader, I love his services. But he did take a bit of a hit on this recent journey. But here's the thing, he built $2,000 to $31,000 in the space of 3 months. The problem was, we then got a big sell-off, and he lost all that gains within like a week or something ridiculous. And at the time I was kind of disappointed, because I really thought he had this strategy like nailed, and I thought this was it. Here's the thing though, looking back at it, I've learned a ton. I've realized you can use these small account journeys to make significant money, even if you don't manage to get to the full 50,000 or 100,000 or whatever ridiculous target that Jason has for the $2,000 starting capital, which is amazing. So if you look at this, I just wanted to show you this as like kind of a motivational thing. And I've seen this time and time again with Jason's small account journeys, is $2,000, you can see it right here. I'll zoom in. This was on April 24th. Within a month, so by May 23rd, he turned that into nearly $10,000. So here's my advice. If you're looking to buy this, I would buy it now, because when he first starts a new challenge is usually the time when you make the most money. Usually the risk doesn't come until later on. I've seen this over 4 or 5 different small account journeys. And I highly recommend that you buy the small account journey now. You have 3 days. He just started with a $2,000 account. You've already missed the first trade, which is almost doubled the account. So if you want to just use the $2,000, starting as soon as possible when he launches these things is the most important time. So let me show you this. This is the new one that he just started. This is what I see time and time and time again with Jason. He'll start the 2,000 and he's already turned it into almost 4,000 in the space of a few days. You still have time to get in, because often you'll see a 10 or 20 win streak before something really horrendous happens. Now, it's often not Jason's fault, although there are a few things I'd like to mention here. First off, the last one went from 2,000 to 30,000 and then back to zero because the market turned and Jason wasn't ready for it. And I hope he's learned from that. And he even mentioned that Jeff Bishop is stepping in and saying, hey, put your stop losses in, Jason, so you don't take a huge loss when the market turns down. Because it always does turn down at some point, right? The market never just goes straight up. It always takes a downward turn. So if we look at the market here, Jason was doing fantastically. I'll put it on 1 year, 1 day. Jason did great from April all the way up to here, and then lost it all in this down streak. So hopefully he's learned from that. Hopefully Jeff Bishop, who's had probably double the experience that Jason's had trading, is going to help him limit these risks so that people starting later on won't lose money. They'll stop out faster. But the secret I really have for you guys, and I really think you should check this out, and it's in the link in the description below, is I would purchase the small account journey ASAP and get in on these first couple of trades, because there is nearly always a 5 to 20 trade winning streak where the accounts grow really rapidly before something goes wrong. Now my hope is that something that goes wrong is going to be mitigated, and it's not actually going to be a big problem going forward. I've noticed as time's gone on, the journeys have become more and more lucrative. They've lasted longer, and they've ended up with a net profit, even with a big hit. So that's my hope. So I highly recommend you join Small Account Journey now. With Small Account Journey, you don't just get alerts. Like, everybody wants to just take $2,000, copy somebody, and turn it into 100,000, and that's Jason's goal. But that shouldn't be the only goal, because with Small Account Journey, and I'm a member, you can see right here, you get a chat room, you get his watch list, you get his trading strategy, which is more important than the actual alerts. I know at least 3 people who have done far better than Jason has on these Small Account Journeys than Jason has himself, because they change the risk reward to be a little bit less rewardy and a bit less risky, and they've actually managed to survive downturns in the market that Jason has had a hard time surviving. Jason is amazing when it comes to big wins, but he's always had a problem, and I've known Jason for a decade or so. He's always had a problem like keeping that risk in check. And if you can balance that just with a little bit of research and work, then you're onto a winning strategy, in my opinion. He talks about Keltner channels. He talks about the 10-day EMA. There's modules on how to learn these strategies so you don't just depend on Jason. But when you do depend on Jason, he does send you this via email and on the app. And you have generally got time to get into these because usually they're swing trades. So my last video might have sounded a little bit negative, and it's because I was disappointed. I thought Jason had really nailed this, turning 2,000 into 30,000. That's unheard of. I've been a member of so many different rooms, so many different services, and what always happens every single time, the guru ramps up and they get, 3x or 4x their initial starting capital, and then it plummets back down to 0. So I've seen it for 10 years. I've never seen somebody get from 2,000 to 30,000, so I was super excited. Unfortunately for Jason, we had that downgrade in the US credit by Fitch, and unfortunately bull puts are a bullish strategy. They're not completely bullish, but they have a significant bullish component to them. And unfortunately, that market turn killed it. Now, going forward, I'm really hoping to see some more refinement of the strategy. Here's the thing, if you pay for this product, it's $499 a year. If you use my link in the description below, $499, it's nothing. If you can learn how to do this and turn 2,000 into 8,000, say, then pay yourself and you're done, that's cool, great, you're done. Then maybe risk another 2,000 when he resets and starts another strategy and go from there. So a lot of people, they really do want to build these small accounts. Myself, I'm not so much into that. I'd prefer like really low risk, just like really chilled out trades. You can find me in thetatraders.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. That is basically the lowest risk chilled out strategy that I've ever done. It's selling futures, and I think once you get used to selling bull puts on Meta and Tesla and Netflix, I think the next step for people is to go to the futures. I think you'll find that to be a really fun, really relaxed way of selling options. It's way lower risk. It's just a much better way of doing things, unless you want to do these huge leverage trades where you try and turn 2,000 into 50,000. Now, you can do it both ways. Join this, turn 2,000 into 20,000, take the 20,000, put it into thetatraders.com, and I think you'll be pretty happy with the results going from there, because you're not going to lose all of your money on Theta Traders, whereas you might if you are, too aggressive with the small account journey stuff. I think it's also important to point out it's called small account journey for a reason. This is a small account challenge. They probably can't use the word challenge because of, I don't know, maybe it's because of compliance issues. Who knows? But these are the typical, like, trying to turn small amounts of money into large amounts of money as fast as possible. And that's great, and it's fun, and you should definitely have it as part of your portfolio, but it shouldn't be your whole goal, your whole portfolio. You're not going to be one of these people that turns 2,000 into $500,000. You're just not. It's so unlikely. But if you can turn 2 into 10, or 2 into 20, that's amazing. And you should then find somewhere else to park that $20,000 that you've made. And it should be in thetatraders.com. Let me show you that website really quick. Because Lance and I in thetatraders.com It's low risk, low reward, and it's definitely worth checking out. So have a look at this. There's tons of people that are really happy with it. I think you'll find it's something that you would like to put your money into. $2,000 is not quite enough capital to make, much use of this. So you want to use something like Jason Bond's small account journey in order to get to that point where you can then just chill and use really low risk strategies to make constant passive income, which is really cool. So you learn a ton in the small account journey. There's a chat room, people talk about stuff all the time, it's great. You get emails, naps, alerts. Definitely give it a go. It's $499 if you use my code in the description below. It's ridiculously cheap, and you can paper trade these. You can change the strikes, you can mess around with the spreads, you can do whatever to see if it fits your style of trading. Hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.